they lie to us. Have you ever wondered how people who are always saying that they work smarter, not harder, they work 4-hour work weeks, the book 4-hour work week, how is that possible and still make enough money to create a living? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do and how you can work 4 hours. I'm going to give you my exact strategy on how to do it and see results, see success. So if you're struggling and you maybe plateaued at a certain amount every month, I'm going to show you how to scale and move to the next level. Let's get started. It's not a lie. You can actually be a business owner, a profitable business owner, only working 4 hours a day and still make income as if you're working every single hour on the hour. But I'm going to show you a strategic, simplified way to do it. One of the things that I've learned in my 20 plus years of entrepreneurship as a serial entrepreneur, going from $9.25 an hour to founding a company that is valued at multi-millions of dollars, is simple is best, but simple is hard. And I'm going to show you in this video. So make sure you stay tuned, because at the end, I'm going to give you my 4 steps on how to lay out your day so you can work an efficient, profitable 4 hours. But before I get to that, let me just share this with you. It really is a mindset. And if you've been watching entrepreneurial videos, I know you're tired of hearing about it, but it's the truth. And it really is contingent upon your belief, what your mindset is, what you believe is possible, what you believe can actually take place. I remember reading that book, 4-Hour Work Week, by Tim Ferriss, and I picked up the book because I thought it was absurd. I picked up the book because I had never heard anyone say that before in my life. So when I picked it up and I started reading it, and that was eons ago because that book is so old, when I started reading it, I was like, this is a real thing. People are really doing this. How can I do this? How can I serve and help people with what I know and get them the results that they want, which would then get me the results that I want? This is like, it just mind blown. Sound effects. Okay. It was phenomenal. But I also realized that at that time of reading the book, I was probably making about $36,000 a year. And it was going to take a completely different type of mindset in order for me to shift to being able to work efficiently and proficiently. Now, if you're neurodivergent, it's a whole nother thing. And let me know in the comment section. I'll break down something for you if you understand that flow and that's something that you're having to deal with when you're building your business. Being ADHD, autistic, or what have you, these things really affect your ability to get the job done, execute. All that stuff is real, but it's possible for you too. So here's what you got to know. It is a mindset. And that mindset shift has to start with your belief. What do you believe is possible? Have you been exposed enough? Have you seen enough examples? Have you heard enough success stories? Because that's what success stories are all about. They're supposed to give us a glimpse of the future, a glimpse of what is possible. And once we see that something is possible and we receive it, it now is able to show up in our lives. Especially when you do the mindset work and allowing those new neural pathways to form in your brain so that it becomes normal to you instead of being foreign. Anything foreign to you, there's going to be resistance, but anything normal to you, it's going to flow because it's normal. That's just how things are. That's just how things go. That mindset shift, a really practical way of seeing it, is going from $1,000 a month to $10,000 a month, and acknowledging and recognizing that not all work is created equal. There is some work that, yes, you should absolutely do. That's networking, that's sales, that's branding, that's delegating. If you're going to coach like a CEO, those things cannot be foreign to you. They have to become your norm, and you have to develop as an individual, as a leader, so that you can shift into those paradigms and operate from that place. It can be very tough, especially because school taught us how to be workers, not CEOs. So that shift is paramount. It also goes with the second thing, which is working smarter and not harder. Allowing yourself to delegate, allowing yourself to focus on the things that you're really good at versus doing the things you're not good at and wasting a lot of time. So you end up being like a rat on a treadmill because you're doing things that you're not good at. So you're having to force yourself, you're having to push yourself, you're having to encourage yourself, you're having to chug down Red Bulls and coffees just to have enough energy to do the thing that you don't like to do, when you can very easily hire someone and let them do it. Work smarter, not harder. Instead of constantly working in the business, have a team that works in the business while you work on the business, generating business, clarifying the message, taking out the message so that you can have more and more clientele. Which leads me to my next point, which is stop doing everything on your own. Listen, I'm all about the solopreneur. I love a good 7-figure, 8-figure business with one person, and maybe you have some contractors or a VA, something like that. I love it. But a lot of times that's just not how things go. You're going to need a team. And so you're doing everything by yourself, everything the business requires. You are the social media person, you're the sales person, you're the networking person, you're the executor because you're actually doing the coaching. You know, if you have a coaching business, whatever service or product that you provide, or especially service that you provide, you're the one that's supplying it. You're doing the admin stuff, sending out emails and reminders and all of that kind of stuff. There's no automation in your business. You don't have anyone that you can kind of take things off of your plate. That's definitely going to affect you and affect your bottom line. So if you're at a plateau, just know that there's a bottleneck in your business that has to be wrung out. And more than likely, I don't even know you, I don't even know your business yet, unless we decide to work together. But I can tell you more than likely, it's because you need to add someone to the team that can take care of that bottleneck and get the fluidity into your business. Okay. So when you do that, that's really going to help you. And that's going to cut down on the amount of hours and time that you have to spend in the business or on the business actually every single day. I'm glad you stayed to the end. Here is my 4-hour strategy. I made this video really simple so that you can take the time after the video to contemplate. And if you want, drop a comment. We can talk about it a little bit in the comment section, or you can click the link in the drop down menu and we can set up a call, see if us working together to implement this into your business. I have a whole flywheel that I implement that has really allowed me to get my time back so I can be the wife and be the mom that I desire to be. Instead of being the mom constantly feeding her kids pizza because I'm always having session after session after session after session. I'm tired. I don't feel like making a whole home cooked meal, but everyone has to eat and everyone's getting fat because we're eating pizza every day. Yes, this is a true story. That's exactly what was going on, but I changed it with these strategies that I'm about to give you right now. So the first hour of your day, what you want to do is have a calendar. Old school, write it down. And the first hour of your day, delegate it out. Hour 1, hour 2, 3, 4. Hour 1, dedicate that to revenue generating activities. So you want to start off the day doing the hard stuff or doing the stuff that involves other people, because that's going to allow you to eat the frog and cross it off so that you can shift over into the next thing. Hour 2 is content creation, whether that's TikTok, that's responding to comments and DMs that I get, because those things actually lead to more content and it leads to more thinking and learning about what it is that people want and where they're struggling in their businesses. I also find this out through working with my clients, but when you're doing the content creation, you're really able to have something out there that can draw in people who know nothing about you. The other part about content creation that I love is it is a consistent lead generating facet that you absolutely have to have in your business, because if your business isn't making money, then you don't have a business, you have a hobby. And we didn't quit our jobs just to have a hobby. We want our business to generate income, which leads me to our number 3, systems and automation. This is key because you want to make sure those systems are running well, the automation is going, and it's on point, giving your potential clients, your current clients, your transitioning clients exactly what they need. I had a client that came in and she was complaining about not generating enough money. And I was looking at her product suite. She had a product on there that was able to generate $40,000 for her clients. And she was charging less than $3,000. And I couldn't understand why. And she said, well, it doesn't take much time. It doesn't take much time, but it has a lot of value. I dare you to price it according to the value versus how much time it takes. So she changed the price and she put it to $5,000. In less than a week, she came back and she said, I just got a full offer for my product. They paid in full, no payment plan, no nothing. And I was like, what was the product? And she was like, the exact product that we work on. It makes sense and it works. And how does that flow into automation? Well, when you understand that everything comes together and that product being priced at what it is also has a different level of value and a different level of execution. Now her business is more seamless. It makes more sense. The people who come into her business are already, they bought into her. They love what she has to offer. And not only that, the prices match the promise that she's making. That's part of the systems. That's part of the automation. That's part of collapsing the bottlenecks. And our number 4 goes to your team, leading your team, keeping the vision fresh, keeping the vision alive, making sure that you're able to learn and do the deep work. I have videos on some of these things, so I'll make sure to add a card and a playlist or 2. But this is really, really key, because when you are operating as an business owner instead of being self-employed, you have to have a team that shares the same mission and vision that you do. This is what we've seen with the CEO of Starbucks. And before he went to Starbucks, he was at Chipotle. And every time he moves to a new company, the stocks go up, employees satisfaction goes up, the revenue and income generated in the business goes up. It's all, and you would think, oh, this guy must have the magic touch. No, he understands how to keep the vision fresh. He has a great and solid team, and he also knows how to think and put himself in places where he can get fresh ideas to implement into the business, to take the business to the next level. Listen, if you like this video, I have plenty more that you can feast from. But if you're wanting to go beyond just the YouTube and the videos, I totally get it. Use the link, book a call. I don't have anything to sell to you. I put a lot of my good stuff on YouTube, but the deeper stuff, the actually working with you in your business hand in hand, that's going to be what we do together. So if you want to do that, go ahead and click the link, book a call, and we'll be able to see if we'll be a good fit to get some things going for you and your business, and to be able to work 4 hours a day or even 4 hours a week. It just depends on what you believe and the mindset shift you're willing to make. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Check out the next video.